Yeah, sas. Might as well say hi in Swahili because today we are going to talk about my trip to Kenya and how it all went down. So, jambo, habari gani? Um, as some of you might know, I have been away for 14 days, 2 weeks. I had gone to Kenya to see my family, but the main reason why I had to go there is because I had to sort out my passport. They have decided that now we should have the East Africa Community passport. And I started the process back in 2019 in hopes that I was going to go back in a couple of months, and then we all know what happened. COVID happened and we couldn't go anywhere. But I had already done the whole application process and it was just about picking up my passport. So that is sorted now. And the other thing I want to say is traveling is not fun anymore. Like, okay, it's a headache. It's so difficult. Like, you have folder full of documents. You know, a while back it was people who are traveling from, let's say, Kenya to Europe, to United States, to Australia, to Canada, to other places that had to have folders, big folders with all kinds of documents. But now it's everybody, like everybody had documents. We had to have our vaccination certificate, we had to have the COVID test, we had to have the QR code for, well, while we were going we needed QR code for Kenya, and then coming back we needed QR code for Greece, and we didn't fill out we didn't fill out the QR code while we were coming back, so we did it at the airport in Nairobi. Yeah, in Nairobi, that's where we did it. So it was a headache. Like, if you don't have internet, then you cannot have that locator form because it has to be filled out online. And actually, when we left Athens, that flight, like the whole journey was just, yeah, it was quite, stressful because we had on our flight we had somebody who got really ill. Like, we thought we were going to land somewhere to get them to the hospital. We had the crew member going with the oxygen and all kinds of things, and oh my God, I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, I hope they don't die. So when we landed, we were traveling by Air France. So when we landed in Paris, we had ambulances waiting for us and all kinds of things. I must also comment about Air France. We've always been traveling via Doha with Qatar Airways. We like that airline. I like that airline. Their services, the airline itself, the way they handle their customers, I like it. But this time we had to travel via Paris with Air France, because if we had traveled with Qatar, we would have had to go in quarantine for 14 days in Kenya. That was scary, so we thought we should go via Paris. I must say, in my opinion, I feel like the Air France staff is, I think, overworked and underpaid. Like, they were in a bad mood. Have you ever been in an aircraft and you're looking at the stewardess or the crew member, and you're looking at them like, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna ask what I was about to ask. Like, I don't know what is happening with these big airlines, because you used to, like, when you travel with these big airlines, like, let's say Air France, Qatar, Kenya Airways, British Airways, KLM, you used to expect some standard of service, and I think they are trying to keep up with the other airlines, the low-cost airlines, and I think their standards is falling. Like, I think it's better you pay what is charged by the airline, knowing that you should have the services that equate the price that you're paying for your flight ticket. But I feel like we are still sort of paying the same, but the service is getting a bit on the low side. So that's all I have to say about Air France. We were not. I have a friend who lives in France, and she had sort of elevated my expectations when it comes to Air France. It was like, yeah, you're going to, have the best and best of everything. And I was like, oh, okay. But when we got there, we were like, when things get back to some kind of normal, we would rather get back to our Qatar Airways. Okay, you guys, the ones who have traveled with Air France, what do you think? Do you think I'm being unfair? Especially if you have traveled lately. Now, going back to Kenya, I felt like, first of all, the weather had changed. Like, I've never known Kenya to be that cold. It was so cold, like cold. And then also, oh my God, I think this whole COVID situations has changed a lot of things. Like, my people have always been happy people. I mean, we have our own problems, but we've always managed to have, smiles on our faces and just deal with things as they come and just keep that positive energy and positive attitude. That's what Kenya and Africa as a whole is about. We are, naturally, I would like to say we are happy people, but when I went back to my town, which is a city now, well, it should be a city soon, Nakuru, and I felt like there was this thing, like people have changed, like people are sort of like down and they're sort of like defeated. There was this kind of mood that I didn't understand, that I have never seen before, especially in my hometown. We are happy people. We are, the town is mixed with different kinds of people, and it's lively and happy and everything. But I felt like the situation in the world has affected even the personalities of people. Like, people are not putting up with you. They are not interested in your questions, and they just want to get things done and move on. So maybe that's what is happening with Air France. Maybe it's just the whole situation in the world that, everybody is like, you know what, just, do what you have to do and just whatever, leave me alone. So my trip was okay. Once we got there, we drove through the tea plantations. That was nice. When I was going to Kisumu to get the passport, I had a very big fish. I had a very big fried fish. And my husband was thinking, like, he was asking me, are you going to eat all that? And I was like, yeah. So I enjoyed drinking tea. I'm a tea drinker. I don't do coffee. I used to do coffee a long time ago, but because I suffer from migraines from time to time, the doctors advised me to stay off caffeine. And because I know I can have decaf, but because of that thing, like, I don't even like the taste of coffee anymore. Once I was told that, I need to stop the coffee, so I don't do coffee. I do tea, so I drank a lot of tea. I used to have tea in the morning. I used to have tea sometimes in the afternoon as well. I used to have tea in the evening. I had lots of tea with ginger. We have this tea, we call it tea masala tea, sorry. It's got lots of spices. It's got milk, but it also has lots of spices. It's got milk and sugar and lots of spices, and it's really good. I think it's an Indian thing because we have lots of Indians in Kenya, and we also tend to, you know, sort of copy their cuisine and make our own, and sometimes we just sort of change it a little bit. But the masala, if you ever go to Kenya and if you like tea, if you're a tea drinker, try the it's tea masala or masala tea. It's really good, spice tea. So I had a good time. I had a good time with my family. I had not seen them since, as I said, 2019. And I had a good time with my grandmother. She's getting old now. And I hope I won't stay too long without going back to see her again, because she means a lot to me. And I feel like being so far away from her during these times where I feel like, you know, she's heading to, God forbid, but you know, she's quite old now. We are not sure about her exact age, because I'm sorry, British people, because during the colonial times, African babies were not registered. It was only white babies that were registered, so we don't actually have a piece of paper that tells us exactly how old she is, but she's getting, I mean, I'm her granddaughter, so, and she's getting there, so I hope I'll be able to go back there soon. So, in my next video, we are going to get back to Crete, but I just wanted to share with you how it all went down with my trip to Kenya, and also, you know, just sort of give you a taste. If you ever think of traveling to Kenya, you can go and have tea, have big fish, have ugali. That is our staple food, ugali. You can have it with fish, you can have it with beef stew, chicken, different vegetables, whatever you like. So, thank you so much. I'm back. So we are going to continue with our, you know, living on Crete and moving to Crete and things like that. So thank you, and tell me in the comment section if you missed me or you didn't even notice I was gone. So thank you so much. I'll see you on my next one. Yasas, kwaheri, bye.